So I asked about uh, the people who want to discuss, want their charts to be discussed. So many viewers gave their charts. It's like a long list, so it will take time to like cover every chart. Okay, so please be patient. And so the first chart that I'm covering, and she was the first lady to give her chart, so I'm covering her chart. If you want to take personal consultation, please check my website, message me on WhatsApp if you want personalized one. And yeah, okay, so let's get started. And yes, if you want forgiveness prayer is very important, because it helps you to get rid of your karma. Because according to my experience from past life regressions, if you don't ask forgiveness for your karmas, you are not forgiven. Okay, so this thing happens. That's why uh, you should do forgiveness prayer daily. No matter problems are there in your life or not, you should do it. At least you will get forgiveness for your bad karmas. Okay, and you will be relieved. Okay, your desires will be fulfilled. So it is paid. If you want, message me on WhatsApp. And if you can also join my WhatsApp astrology group for astrology discussion. If you are interested in astrology discussion, then please join my WhatsApp group. You will find link in the description box or in comment section. So let's start. So this is a chart. She is a divorcee, and she has given other details also, which I have written in my notebook, and I'll share it with you. Okay, and let's start. So she got divorced. It was an arranged marriage. She was not emotionally and physically attracted to her as well. And he was a mama's boy, means he always only listened what his mother said, and he was only doing what his mother was saying. He was never listening to his wife. Okay, and he was a well mannered person, but the problem was blindly following mother was a narcissist and a bully, and mother did not like her at all. The her husband's mother did not like her at all, and she was narcissist and was over interfering in everything. Okay, so after marriage she moved to another place, from Chennai to Mumbai. Okay, but still she was interfering. So she was a narcissist lady. So what are the combinations which show this thing? Okay, but it was a peaceful divorce, mutual divorce, and no any kind of, I don't think any kind of emotional hurt that much is there. It was a peaceful divorce, and she was not just like she told, she was not any attached with him, or was not physical compatible with him, emotional compatible with him. She was not. Okay, she told that. So it was mutual divorce. And she says that her partner looked exactly like Hardik Pandya. So you can see him. Birth details are uh, 9 July 9, 1994. Okay, July 9, 1994, 12:55 a.m., Trivandrum, Kerala. Okay, so these are the details. You can check it and do your own research of the chart. Okay, so she has given her chart, and we'll see. So the firstly, the divorce was peaceful. She is peaceful in her life, and just they were not compatible, so it did not work out. Okay, where she met at home through father's sister. Okay, so she met at home on June 2018, and engagement happened August 2018, right? That time when Jupiter was transiting her 7th house. Okay, around that time only, 7th 8th house. So that time only marriage happened. Okay, so you can let's discuss chart now, and I'll tell you about the native's career. So the native's career is in engineering and computer science, but we'll come on career later. Let's discuss about chart first. First, why she got divorced. So she first of all, she has Jupiter and Rahu here. Okay, seventh lord is afflicted by two malefics, Saturn and Mars. Uh, so that is also the reason. Okay, Saturn is direct aspecting, although degree wise they are apart, but still Saturn is the planet which like gives it effect very much. So Saturn is aspecting Venus, okay, and this is Venus here, and Venus here is getting afflicted by two malefics, okay. Venus is in Magha Nakshatra. Magha Nakshatra is the nakshatra of family, ancestors, family values, and we know that Rahu becomes blind. Rahu is blind and it will blindly follow. So, spouse blindly follows what mother said or is attached to mother. Okay, why specifically mother? Because Venus represents women, okay, so that's why he was more into mother, right? Venus in Magha can confirm it, okay. So the seventh lord is afflicted now. Sixth lord should be involved for divorce, okay, but here it is not involved, but according to Nadi it's involved. In trine of, whenever in trine of seventh lord or seventh house there is sixth lord, okay, so there can be problems, obstacles or divorce in the relationship, right? Also she has two marriage yogas because Rahu is there. So whenever Rahu is in the seventh house, it's not always that two marriage will happen, but at least two will experience two relationship, and I don't think she has experienced two relationships. So it was the first marriage, and also whenever Saturn is connected to your seventh, the marital bliss will come later in life. She got married around 2018 or 19 when she was like 24 or 25, I think 24. So during that age, I don't think she would have got the marital bliss because Saturn connected to the seventh house, seventh lord will not give it easily, right? So it was just a karmic thing, a karmic marriage to be cleared, right? So this thing happened. Her Dara Karka is also Venus, okay, Dara Karka is also Venus. Here her Saturn is at 18 degrees in Shatabisha Nakshatra, Venus is at 3 degrees Magha Nakshatras, okay, and Saturn is retrograde. So retrograde Saturn aspecting the this lord, seventh lord becomes very prominent because it is now going backwards, right? So that's why it becomes prominent. So Saturn is the cause of separation, Rahu is the cause of separation. Rahu is in Vishakha Nakshatra. Why it happened? Basically, her karma was more with her spouse's mother, okay, and her husband only became a link to connect both of them, okay, because here you see that Venus rules the seventh house, which is a feminine planet, and this Venus goes here in Taurus in Kritika. Kritika is very blunt, you know, they are very dominating. And here Venus, which is a water planet of love, is losing all its essence. Right? It's getting connected with Sun, here with Saturn, with Ketu. So it's losing its essence, right? Venus is getting afflicted. Okay. Spouse's mother is generally seen from the 10th house, right? So because it is the fourth from the seventh house. So it is Saturn. Saturn is in Shatabisha. Shatabisha is a nakshatra of Rahu, which shows there is a pending karma. Okay, and Saturn is retrograde. So retrograde Saturn has shown pending karma here to be fulfilled by her towards that lady. And it is retrograde in Rahu's nakshatra, which shows there is a karma to be paid off, right? But Saturn is not only the reason. The main reason is also Venus in Magha and Venus in Kritika, and then Mercury in Jyeshtha. So Kritika, Magha, Jyeshtha, all these nakshatras are getting involved. Shatabisha. Shatabisha is also manipulative. So Mercury in Jyeshtha, which makes Mercury quite manipulative, quite dominating. So the karma, if we see the past life karma of her, it is that she had done something wrong to that lady. Okay, like we can say that 90% wrong she was towards her spouse's mother, and 10% wrong she was to her spouse. Okay, so there was a karma involved, means she had cheated or manipulated. Okay, so whatever she is facing today, she had given that in the past life to those people, so they are like showing that anger, that grudges towards her. Okay, the only thing she can do is forgiveness, ask forgiveness from their soul, that please forgive me, but now it's already over, it doesn't matter, karma is over. Okay, and in the this is D1 and this is D9. So sixth lord comes in the first house, and it's showing that separation. Mercury is in Jyeshtha, which manipulates, right? Which to save its image will go to any length. Okay, in my school there was a girl, she was Venus in Jyeshtha, and to she was very bad in studies, but still she always got second rank. I got the first rank. I never let her become first. She always came second. And how she came second? By cheating. Okay, she just wanted that her image in front of students should be good, and that is why she used to cheat. And I knew it, but I did not say anything because there was no point. He was like my friend, and I just said it's not my business, a teacher would see that, I don't care about it. So I did not say anything, and she was cheating in her school. Okay, so they are kind of possessive, jealous, and manipulative. Okay, but these qualities are not present in her partner. He was a good person overall, but he was just listening to mother blindly. See, Rahu Jupiter here, she has Guru Chandal Yoga. Okay, although these are apart, but still there is a Guru Chandal Yoga, right? Both are influencing each other, which shows that the person blindly follows someone, and for him the person is mother. Why she is mother? Why it could have been siblings too, right? But why it is mother only? So she is mother because of the involvement of the planet Venus here. Okay, just like Venus represents female, she could have been sister also. Okay, or any other women in her family, in his family, right? Or any other person, but here the case is mother because of the involvement of that feminine planet, Venus, right? So that's why it is there. So if you only see Saturn, like, you have to predict how your relationship will be with my spouse's mother, how it's going to be. How are you going to predict that from the chart? You are not just going to predict it from the 10th house, because I know I know someone who has Saturn in the 10th house in Purva Bhadra Nakshatra retrograde, and that women had a very good, like detached relationship, but a good relationship with spouse's mother. Okay, but then again, uh, the thing was, her spouse, her husband, used to listen to his mother very much. But here the case was, mother was in the favor of the native. Means mother was in the favor of the lady. Right? So, yes, it was true that spouse was listening mother, but mother was in the favor of the lady. So that now, as his mother was in favor of his wife, so he could just be loyal to her and do the things she likes. So that was a different thing. Now here let me tell you is that eighth house is also important because it represents your whole spouse's family. So this house is very important to tell you about your overall relationship with them and what will be the involvement of those people in your life. And you see that eighth lord goes in Kritika nakshatra and eighth lord comes here, which means involvement is there, right? And here in D9 chart, Jupiter is debilitated and Ketu is here in Mula. Mula represents strong karma. Okay, it's a very karmic energy where Ketu is very critical. It's like Mars, it's very harsh, it's kind of narcissist too. So Ketu in the Mula is also the case, although we know that Ketu is very good in its own nakshatra. But you see the what nakshatra it is. We need to see the energy of the nakshatra. It's Mula nakshatra. Okay. So here it's clearly showing karma is there. Right. So when she has so much affliction in her eighth house and eighth lord coming here, which shows involvement of family in her matters, right? So and then eighth lord aspects the seventh house. Okay, so that is the reason why it's basically happening. Now in the Navamsha chart, her 10th lord, which represents her spouse mother, goes in Pisces and it is conjunct with Mars. Mars in Revati, Saturn in Uttara Bhadrapada. And it represents so calm energy, so quiet energy. Why? Because when she will get married the next time, things will not be like before. Okay? So her life is good and that marriage did not last long too. So as Rahu is here, there was a karma to be paid, but this thing should not be repeated again overall, right? So yes, whoever she marries, there will be detachment from spouse's family. Little bit issues will come, but not much. Why it will happen? Because I have noticed that your seventh house is very important. You will always attract those type of people, those type of energy in your life with which your seventh house matches. It can be in the D1 or the D9, but you will attract those people only. Okay, I have noticed this thing in my life. So yes, we see second marriage from the ninth house and the things we see, but still the energy will be there. Even if we see second marriage from the ninth house, then this is the spouse, then 1 2 3 4, Jupiter's energy is there. So even though spouse little bit issues can be there with mother of spouse, but still it's okay, it's fine. Okay, because Mars and Saturn are in Pisces. Okay, so that calm energy is there, but still Mars in Pisces in Revati also makes someone very moody. Okay, I've noticed these people are very moody and in little things they can get angry also, because Mars nature is fighting nature. Wherever it is going to put that energy there. Okay, Mars is a soldier. Mars in Pisces, Mars is not going to become a sannyasi. or Mars is not going to become a priest, because that is not Mars. So even if like we see Mars in Pisces is not very good, okay, but you see Mars in Pisces represents his spouse in Revati. He never uses his own mind. He is very detached. He doesn't care. It's just going with the flow, just okay, whatever is happening, okay, fine, what my mother is saying, I'm following. This energy is very much involved here. Now we will analyze her education. Education is in engineering in computer science. So computer science, why she has taken, because of the involvement of Kritika Nakshatra. Venus is in Kritika Nakshatra here in the first house. It is in the Magha. Magha also represents coding and all of that, because in computer science coding is very important. Ketu represents coding, so Venus goes in this, and it is aspected by Mars and aspected by Saturn. Saturn also represents IT and coding. Okay, and most important here is Rahu, which is computer. Okay, Rahu and Ketu. Okay, when it comes to computer science, so they are in the first seventh axis. In the D9, Mars aspects her fifth house, which represents education. Jupiter also goes in the Capricorn sign. Capricorn, it is in Uttarashara nakshatra of Sun. Sun goes in Aries in the 12th house. Capricorn sign also, Capricorn is also the sign of logic and in coding. Okay, you need to use lots of logic. It needs patience very much, and it is basically hidden work. Okay, so eighth lord sits in the ninth house, which shows something related to hidden information, and whatever coding and all is done in computer science, it is hidden. So eighth lord comes in the ninth house. Okay, and fifth lord also in Jyeshtha here. So I'm also using Navamsha for an analysis. In the D1, ninth lord in the D1, ninth lord goes in the Rahu's nakshatra. Rahu represents these stuffs, but Rahu could have also given her law field, but it did not, because you see her ascendant, it is Aries, and Lord also goes in Kritika. Kritika is a logical nakshatra and the nakshatra of all these stuffs, so that's why. But she went into HR field. Okay, she did MBA and all. She went in HR field. So her career was in HR. So why HR? Because HR is about public dealing, and 11th 10th lord goes in here, Shatabisha, and here because of three planets in Gemini which were becoming prominent. Now we'll see her D10 chart. In D10 chart she has uh, four planets in Capricorn. Capricorn sign is the sign of filtration also, means to find the best one, and to remove the ones not needed. So Sun, Moon, Jupiter, Ketu sitting in the ninth house in Capricorn. Okay, and 10th lord goes here in Magha nakshatra. Okay, aspecting 10th house. So basically in her chart these planets are becoming prominent, and because I have always told you that whenever there are more than three planets in any house, give very much importance to that, because many things can be dependent upon that. So as there are four planets here, Sun, Moon, Jupiter, Ketu. Ketu is also about this, to remove the wrong one and to select the right one. Okay, so she is doing that work. Went in HR. Mercury is in the third house in Ashlesha. Mercury, Rahu are here. So Mars is aspecting here from Aries. So she is in HR field, where she is educated in engineering, but she is working in HR. Okay, So this is her chart. You can analyze her chart, and now let's see why she got into arranged marriage. This is a very important question now, because seventh lord goes in the fifth house, then also arranged marriage. Why? So here I'll tell you two things which I have observed. Is Jupiter sometimes, when involved with the seventh, can give you traditional marriage, and Venus is in Magha too. Okay, so this is the reason. But her next spouse, she will choose by herself. So high chances are there of love marriage the next time. Okay, now looks of her spouse, she says that uh, he was tall, dark complexion, MSc and MBA he did. Was working in sales after marriage, and soon after marriage he got promoted. So Venus is in Magha, so he got promoted. Okay, he was tall, little bit. Rahu can give you dark complexion. He was tall. Rahu gives tall height. Jupiter also, Libra too, and he had done MSc and MBA. So he was also from science. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth house, if we see, or the ninth house, if we see of the spouse, fifth and ninth. So ninth house, as it is Gemini energy, Punarvasu energy, Jupiter, Mercury getting involved. So he has done MBA. Ninth house, which shows masters. For bachelors, he did MSc. Okay, so MSc he did, which is scientific. Rahu energy is involved here. Aquarius energy involved here. Science energy. Saturn in Aquarius represents scientific energy. Rahu represents science. Ketu represents science. Okay, so this energy is here. You can check it from the D9 also. But you don't need to that much. You can just check it from D1 only. And then he's working in sales. Why working in sales? Because Rahu involvement, Libra involvement, public dealing, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the 10th house of his career. 10th lord goes in 9th for him in Gemini, aspecting 3rd. And 3rd lord sits in the 1st house for him, which shows his inclination towards sales and all of stuffs. Okay, so yeah, this thing happens here. So I have analyzed this lady's chart, and these are the birth details. I have already told you all the details about her. She did engineering, computer science, single child of her parents, got married in March 2019. March 2019 she got married, when I think Ketu transited here, Rahu transited here, aspecting here, and Jupiter was, I think, in Scorpio. Okay, so she was March 2019, and arranged marriage, divorced because of mother-in-law over interfering in everything. Okay, no much complications happened. Mutual divorce happened because of Jupiter. See, Jupiter is Jupiter, it will like put its energy. Okay, mother-in-law was narcissist, spouse was slim and looked like Hardik Pandya. Mother-in-law was a bully, didn't feel any emotional or physical compatibility with him because of his nature. Native felt completely lost. First met at home 2018 June. Why they met at home? Because Magha Nakshatra, Venus in Magha. That's why they met at home. Met in home because Magha represents traditions. So earlier people used to meet their spouse at home. Okay, so this thing happened. According to traditional marriages, they met at home only, everyone. But when she goes for second marriage, this thing will be altered very much. Okay, well mannered spouse, they met through broker. Okay, here seventh lord goes in the 11th house. Through broker they met. Here spouse was well mannered. Libra, well mannered, make someone well mannered. No drinking, no smoking, always blindly following mother. And yes, one thing I forgot, that Swati nakshatra very much follows their they very much follow someone blindly. Okay, this is the trait of Swati, and Rahu too, they can blindly follow someone. So this I have seen, because Swati represents a grass, and wherever the wind blows, grass will blow in that direction. That is why Swati can blindly follow someone. Swati can become very much blind. So this energy is there. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye.